How's it going, guys?
We're good, thank
Um,
you.
Hopefully everything's good there for you guys. Can you guys still hear me?
Yes.
Yep. Perfect. Perfect. So again, yeah, my name is Abner. I am the lead technician for Tough Dog, and also I have been in the cloud TDSS Cloud project since the beginning. So through the highs and the lows, and up to this point, it's always been it just keeps getting better and better, and we keep finding out more stuff and understanding more of the market that this can be applicable. So one of the things that I've been kind of talking to with some of the people that want to install this is, the security aspect of the cybersecurity aspect of our cloud, right? Our cloud does consist of 4 different portals. These portals are all via web. So there's never a need for an installation. There's never a need for plugins. Everything will work on a HTTPS protocol. So we'll go ahead and take a look into that. How Tough Dog has really robust security at every layer of our cloud infrastructure. Um, So broke it down into 4 parts. We can talk about the cloud infrastructure security. Um, this might be a little bit of the segment of the presentation where there's a lot of information being given. I'll try to go as quickly as possible so that it's not so boring. But some of this information is very, very important. Well, most of it is very important. So we are powered by AWS, which allows us to use AWS security services, such as WAF for domain level security. We do, for data encryption, we use Secret Manager, access control, we use IAM. For guard duty, for real time threat detection, we are using AWS Guard Duty. And of course, we're using S3 storage, which allows us to maintain our data, right? Which is one of the most important things of our cloud system. And of course, we are able to use their system services manager for updating patching, right? So that we can continue having a secure connection and not stay behind when it comes to cybersecurity. At the software development side, we do have a commitment to using the latest framework, so we will always try to stay up to date with what is current and safest. We do continuous code inspection and security tests on each build. Our UA design runs on HTML5 with CSP header so that we don't have any of that, extra content that can increase bandwidth and minimize the stability of the connection. And all our communications are secure via SSL. So it will always be encrypted, which allows us to be a little bit more firewall friendly. At the device protection, we developed a cloud push module, which is embedded into our TDSS cloud line, our NDAA compliant cameras. With the NDAA compliant cameras, it is a true plug and play experience. You can connect it and set it up. As long as you have internet to it, we can go ahead and get it running without any need of an edge device. But for any other third-party cameras or third-party IP equipment, we do have the TDSS Cloud Gateway. The gateway is it's like a microprocessing computer, and it allows a bridge between your LAN and our servers to maintain that secure connection without having to have a need for a public IP or any kind of port exposure. This push module allows us to continuously update these devices, whether it's the camera or this edge device. We will continuously be updating it, with this push module. And one of the cool things in which really makes this system a true VMS is that it can connect. It creates a temporary proxy for device troubleshooting. So like all VMSs you guys are probably used to, it creates a URL which allows you to tunnel into your cameras and manage it without having to be on site as long as the internet connection is stable. Let's see here. And the last thing we're looking here at the layers, it's going to be the enhanced user security. For our users, we do have a 2FA for added user security. So, in case we need to set something up like that, it's completely accessible from the admin portal. Everything does run, like I said, on HTTPS, which makes this very user firewall friendly. Not a lot of jumps you have to do in your LAN to get this set up. And we do use a unified code base, which reduces, the surface for attacks. I try to go as quickly as possible here with the security side of our TDSS Cloud. Do you guys have any questions about that? Anything that maybe I can either clarify or maybe find an answer for?
You had mentioned that these cameras are reporting to a server.
Correct.
And then, but it has a local recorder.
You can have a local recorder as well.
Or is it set up with a local?
Mm-hmm.
So because we have it set up with an MVR, we're not currently connected to your server, or we are?
So what we're talking about here is there's two. I think we're talking about the cloud management, which works just separate with the TDSS line. The cloud is more on the redundancy side of things, so it works a little bit parallel to it. Yeah, two different services. Okay. I'm not sure if there's any questions in the chat, Alejandra.
Nothing over here. Just if you can help us out whenever you have a question over there, if you can just tell us a little bit about what the question is, because it's a little hard for us here on the webinar side to hear what they're asking. But no questions as of the moment.
Perfect. Thank you. So we'll go ahead and continue here. I kind of want to talk about some of the features with our TDSS Cloud. Obviously, we'll actually want to talk to you guys about here in the next quarter. We're going to have facial recognition available on our TDSS Cloud platform, meaning you can convert, any camera into, facial recognition and run it against our database. So you can have a whitelist or a blacklist. And then from there, through the alarm portal where it's a triggered automation or completely automated, you can open doors, unlock gates, open, all sorts of things that can be automated via webhook or API. So with the facial recognition, we'll be able to implement that and integrate it into that automation system. We also have fire and smoke detection. So, if the industry is, machineries or stuff like that that can cause fire problems, then we do have that available. Hard hat detection for site or for new sites being built. We also have long-term time lapse. It's pretty interesting with that one. We do have various plans with our cloud, so you could have like a 7-day cloud day plan, but have a long-term time lapse of 2 years. So even though your plan doesn't have the 2 years, we can create a long-term time lapse. So this is very interesting for new sites being developed. One of our clients here in Austin is doing that. Is recording 7 days, but they're building a skyscraper, so it's been recording for the past year and a half. And what's pretty cool is you get to jump in and see the live time lapse as it's happening. So you don't have to wait to the end of the project to see. So you can export it midway through and show it to whoever needs to see it and stuff like that. So it's pretty interesting, the long-term time lapse. Because we run everything on our Amazon servers, it allows us to have advanced query systems where you're looking for a red car, it'll look for all the red cars, right? We're going to get a little bit better. We're going to be implementing text recognition, so model, make, any logos that are attached to the vehicles, anything like that, we're going to be able to grab that metadata and use it for advanced querying systems. It's very, very fast, very, very accurate. And as well, one of the most famous ones that our customers are really, really talking about and asking about is our license plate recognition, our LPR. The ability to make a 4-megapixel camera recognize license plates is kind of awesome, right? You don't have to go out there and dump $1,000, $2,000 on an LPR. that a $400 camera can do. And then it could also do facial recognition. It could also do long-term time lapse, hard hat detection. So that one camera can become, all the cameras that you need it to be. Obviously, positioning and limitations of the camera. If you have a very focal camera, it'll give you a lot better control of where you want to put it. But what's cool about our LPR function is that it does not have any hot zones. So usually you would isolate a third of your screen so that the license plate has to pass through there to be detected. Because everything is being analyzed by our servers, it can be in any part of the screen and it will find it. And I have here a quick example here about it. But just really quick here, you are going to want to, get into this next gen pack, the powerful license plate recognition technology. It's smart security at your fingertips, capturing and analyzing and linking every plate detail to its moment in time, effortlessly weaving intelligence into the existing camera network. So I have here a quick example here. We have a T intersection, right? And I kind of positioned this camera to where I was going to try and get the most license plates at the same time. We would have had 3 license plates recognized at this exact moment, but the truck didn't have a license plate. But one of the things that we're going to be implementing here on the truck, we would have been able to pull this car. We're going to be able to pull this ID of the vehicle with this logo that says Lay's. So if we're looking for a Lay's truck, it would be able to find that. We're looking for this ID, it would be able to find it as if it would be looking for a license plate. So really quick here, I'm going to go ahead and play this here really quick. I want to show you this here. I want to show you where the license plates are being captured in the frame. Here at this bottom frame, it captures this car. And over here at the top of the frame, it's capturing at the top as well. So here in this little cluster of events, the system, our servers are trying to analyze everything and compile the best data possible to give you one sure event. But all of these are where we were able to capture metadata and our system is compiling it. So with this, here in this specific scenario, we were able to pick up these 2 license plates, it just one camera. So I'm gonna go ahead and play it here really quick. I'm gonna slow it down here a little bit so we can see the intersection, but it was right about at this moment where the system started picking them up and started analyzing it. And it was able to relay that. So you could technically run this if you wanted to open up a gate. You could technically run this license plate against a already whitelisted database and send a signal to open a gate for that. You could also send it to open or turn on LED lights, whatever can be said with smart house equipment and stuff like that. And with our gateway, you have GPIO pins that you can go ahead and send signal and relay that signal to any kind of motor or any kind of fixture. Like right here, we have a setup with a floodlight being turned on as soon as somebody walks into this storage, and it turns on the big floodlight. So one interesting thing about this setup right here also is that it's currently running on one of our surveillance trailers. So the one that's right here outside as well, 100% solar, right? Running completely at 12 volts. So we have our router running with the TDSS camera, and it's 100% solar. It's been picking up license plates. And this is something that's very easily to deploy in situations and events and wherever you need that type of security. And you can be assured that here, especially here in Texas, we'll always have sun. So we can definitely use that to our advantage and create this self-sustainable surveillance systems. And now adding the cloud to it, you'd be able to completely automate these. Right, you can start even calling them smart trailers, where they'll be able to open gates without anyone actually having to open the gate, right? Validating it with the whitelist and so forth. So, and now with our cameras, we also have edge record and recovery. So if you add them to the cloud, and you don't have an NVR, you have an SD card, and for some reason you lose connection for internet, once it reconnects, it'll re-upload that information into the cloud. So it'll back up that information into the cloud. So as long as we have an SD card in the system, it will do that type of recovery. So pretty neat in those situations where we lose connectivity. And as well, here at the bottom, I want to talk about our smart timeline. All these little event markers, they kind of have a significance. When you see a pink marker, it's people. You see a green marker, it's cars. And these blue markers as well, it's like a deeper analytics that was run in with that event. So if you had a facial recognition, it would be like a half pink, half blue. In this situation, if it's a car, the car's the event, but we were able to pick up a license plate for that. So our smart timeline will be able to find you the events, and you'll be able to easily skip between events, minimizing the time that it takes you to find events. Let's see here. So one of the cool things that makes this TDSS Cloud a complete VMS is the ability to clip, share, and save, right? So I want to go quickly and kind of just show how we can quickly share something, straight from this VMS. Let's see, give me a quick second. Okay, so let's see here. Here at the bottom, here's a perfect example. You see here at the bottom, it's the exact same case here, but now we see a lot less events markers. So the system was able to compile all the information and find you the best possible information at the best possible timing. So let's say this was the clip that we want to go ahead and save. So here from the timeline, you'll be able to go ahead and quickly create a clip. You have the ability as well to create a time lapse as well. But we'll create a clip here today. And with this clip, you'll be able to set up 30 seconds would be the smallest clip, up to an hour of clip. You'll be able to quickly save here on the timeline. So you'll be able to kind of like scrub through the timeline, set the parameters of where you need it to be. We'll go ahead and save this here, and you'll go ahead and save that there quick. Call it whatever you need to call it, and you can go ahead and confirm it, and you'll get a notification here on top that the event was saved. At the same time, in the timeline, it creates this marker of that there was a clip saved on this timeline. So if you ever just need to quickly find what clips were in the timeline that was saved, these markers will let you know very easily. Yeah. Very easy. And what's pretty cool is once you save something in the library, as long as the account remains active, it will always remain on the library. So if the camera is deactivated, your clips will continuously remain on the library unless account is deleted at that point where everything gets scrubbed. Let's see here. Well, now that it's clip, we're going to go ahead and talk about how easy it is to share, which is probably the coolest thing here, right? It's going to be really easy to share. So let's take a look here. So here at the white, you can see here on top, we have a white a dashboard, a nav bar. The stacked books icon is the library. Here you will save all your clips and all your time lapses. So there you can see here, we have a drop down of all the clips and time lapses here. In this stacked menu that you see here, if you click on it, you'll be able to rename it, share, download, and delete the clip. So on this case, we're going to go ahead and share it. By the way, whenever you download it, it does download an MP4. So it's a very universal format. So you don't need any kind of special player to play this clip. So right here, break down the way this little pop-up is here. here you can kind of easily scrub through the timeline at the top frame. You're able to probably name it, put a description, and as well, you're able to set a quick password. Now, when you set up a password, it gives you the ability to add an expiration date. Believe it's up to 30 days that you can set it for that link to be live. Without a password, the longest that it can run for is 7 days. So in this case, we'll just go ahead and not require a password, and we're going to give this 5 days of live. And then this is what we get here. You get this link that's created, and then you're able to put this link in any URL, in any web browser, sorry. I tried all the ones, even like the sketchy ones, and it seems to work. So we don't have any problem. So we'll go ahead and click it here and put it there, but we can make this very easy. If you guys there can scan that code. You guys on the thing over the webinar can also scan it. It should be able to take you to what the link takes you and see the playback, download, and all of that.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. Thank you.
Yeah, awesome. So yeah, I mean, obviously, I created a QR code, but I mean, the link will work the exact same way. And you run it through a QR generator, and we get that QR code. Did anyone have any problems getting to it? Any of that? And as well, I mean, if you got it and you're able to download it straight into your phone, MP4 as well, shouldn't have any problem playing it on your phone. Before I move on from here, does anyone have a question about what we just saw here? What we were at was called the video portal, which is what the end user more than likely will have access to. So any questions about that? We do have more trainings planned that will go more in depth into that whole interface. But I can answer some questions now if there are any. Perfect. We'll continue. And with all these kind of features, it really does kind of staple, how TDSS Cloud is kind of a it's going to be like our VMS, right? All-in-one VMS system. So really quick, I want to talk about the 3 portals that consist of TDSS Cloud. And as well, we have a mobile app, which is iOS and Android ready. So these 3 portals that the TDSS Cloud consists of is the admin portal, the video portal, and the alarm station. Let's take a look at the admin portal. So the admin portal offers a comprehensive, user-friendly interface for managing surveillance systems, providing detailed control over cameras, users, and security settings, ensuring efficient and secure operations. Yeah, this is the admin portal. It's a very, very in a nutshell explanation, but from the admin portal, you pretty much manage the whole integrator infrastructure. You can do the invoicing, setting alarms and automations. Pretty much you see how everything is being run, changing plans, setting up the AI rules, adding managers to manage the billing, to manage the integration, to manage the troubleshooting. So it is extremely comprehensive, but it does cover pretty much everything that a business would need to run this successfully. We are always learning from our clients, so we will continue updating it. Right now, you can do the billing from that platform. So it's extremely efficient in what we can do there. So the admin portal is probably the place where most of our integrators will spend the most of their time in. So we made sure that we made it as user friendly as possible. We step into the video portal, which is where we were seeing that previous playback. In the video portal, it offers a seamless surveillance experience with its user-friendly design and advanced features. It combines a convenient top menu, responsive controls, and intelligent timeline for easy monitoring and management of security footage. Effortlessly handle live feeds, review past events, save and share evidence clips, all optimized for enhanced efficiency and tailored to your security needs. Yeah, it is a complete video player. You can advance query any kind of metadata. You can save clips, share from there. You can set up views for easy access. It's extremely versatile. One of the things we're working on is having geo trackers into these cameras. So what it's going to be is we'll have a map, and when you load up, it'll show you where this camera is at. So with the surveillance trailers, if you can put like a radius limit. So if the camera for the trailer, somebody starts hauling the trailer without you knowing, then it will alert you that the camera is outside of its radius. So, it's something that will allow us to have complete control. You'll be also able to disable the camera completely from use if it's stolen. So if they steal the camera, you'll be able to disable it to the point that it can't be used locally. So it would be just a frame, because it wouldn't be useful at all. You would have to completely reprogram the board, right? But you can block it to that level. Right.
Is it still even after it's recovered? But
No, you can unlock it after. Yeah, it's reversible. Yeah. So here they asked to say even after you have recovered the camera, well, you would also be able to unlock it at that point and then regain the complete usage of it. Okay. And let's look at the alarm portal. So I try to compress as much as I can what the alarm portal was. I didn't want to have you guys listen to me talk too much here, but the alarm station offers a live and smart event modes. It's your go-to for versatile surveillance. Live mode delivers uninterrupted streaming for nonstop observation, while smart event mode, which is rule-based alerts and visuals, ensure you don't miss crucial moments. Events are neatly organized in layout cells for quick action, making monitoring both effective and manageable. Flexible and user-friendly, the alarm station lets you handpick cameras and review archives, providing complete control over surveillance operations with an eye on data efficiency. This is a tool game changer in making surveillance more proactive and less demanding. Pretty much, this is going to allow you to scale up. One person can monitor 200 sites without having to have 17 different monitors up there to see all the cameras, right? Our server is doing all the work. An event happens, it's going to shoot it straight to you. It's going to tell you this is what happened. It'll continuously keep looping the event so that you can kind of easily see whether or not it's a crucial event. From the alarm station, you're able to do trigger automation. If this event was fire, then as soon as you acknowledge it's a fire event, it will automatically send a message to the fire marshal, fire so-and-so, or you can send it to the local security guard, or you can send it to the manager on site. You can have it, turn on the sprinkler system. We can get to that point where you can have it automate that type of system from the alarm station with a triggered acknowledgement. So really quick here, I did a quick little time lapse of events happening here at the alarm station. So this is the alarm station. It looks exactly like the video portal will be, with the exception of this little shield here at the upper right-hand corner. Once you turn on the shield, it becomes armed. It will start relaying these events. So let me go ahead and play this small clip here. So as you can see, as events are happening, you have to acknowledge it. So you can see here on the side, you can set up instructions for set events, for set cameras. For example, this instruction for the weekend patrol, who to contact, So this person doesn't need to know the policies or the procedures or anything like that, because you can set these instructions when the event happens. Here we have 3 events that happen. Here you can see here there is a fire, and our analytics was able to pick it up here. It's able to detect fire and smoke. As you can see here at the bottom, it has a timeline. Whenever you click on an event, the instructions will appear here on the right side. And this is the acknowledgement bar that I was talking about. So here, let me see if I can catch it here. There you can be also accessing your license plate database so that you can make sure. So let me see here really quick. There, it should come up here shortly. So here is going to be the acknowledgement types. Each of these acknowledgement types you can pre-program to automate something, right? So whether it's suspicious, you contact the security guard. If it's vandalism, contact the police. If you pair it up with third-party services, I've been using IFTT for this automation services, and it's been working awesome. And it can do pretty complex complex flows. Zapier as well is very awesome for that too. It's a lot more complex. You can do coding in it, so you can make it completely do what you want it to do. This does it will send JSON JSON files. So that's what you'll be receiving with these automation webhooks. It will be JSON files. So once you'll be able to do this in the alarm portal, and and like I said, it allows you to scale up to a dimension that you can have one person monitoring everything. Before I move from here, you guys have any questions? Anything I can talk about the portals?
The alarm system, you said that it can trigger like a third party system.
Mhm.
How does it do that? Do you have some kind of output
Mhm.
or output devices? Input output devices?
Correct. Perfect. So the question was asked is, once an event happens, how do we integrate it with third-party services? So the cloud has API and webhook capabilities. So I've been using a lot more webhooks. So for example, with IFTTT, I set up a webhook to where whenever it receives a webhook because of fire, it sends a relay signal to a little device that we have as well called the TDSS Cloud Gateway. Once it receives that signal through GPIO pins, it will send that message to turn on the sprinkler. So the webhook composes of JSON, or it's in the JSON format. So you can get really specific and have it say, depending on acknowledgement, execute so forth, or do this or do that. In its most basic form, you can have it if this comes from the camera, do this. In that manner, that's why you're able to integrate our cameras with our cloud to any third party. And this is with any other camera. With the gateway, you're able to do third party cameras as well. Any IP device, you can go ahead and connect it. You have a webcam on your computer, you could also get to it. So it's just a matter of what the project is. That's the kind of the greatness of the cloud is, it lets you architect anything you kind of need, right? As long as you have the right equipment to receive, whether an API request or a webhook, you can pretty much have it do what you need it to do. But yeah, webhook and API is the medium of communication. Any other questions, Alejandra?
No questions on this side.
Perfect. So I like to I kind of broke down, even like, I know the cloud is kind of like it's not really a new term. It's kind of been existing for a very long time, but it's just kind of more like out there in the tongues of like non-tech people, and we access Netflix, and we're in the cloud. So I kind of want to just kind of, why should we kind of, push our business and push our CCTV infrastructure into the cloud? So, I was using ChatGPT and I was just kind of running through a lot of scenarios and questions, and I kind of, came up with some, reasons as to why we can, why we should kind of pursue, the cloud. So, lately there's been a lot of facial recognition demand. We had a partner that went to China and came back, and everything's running on the cloud. Everything. People can't disappear there. Right? Everything, right? And hopefully it never comes to those points, right? But the structure is there in your land, right? In your local places. Like I see those in the corner stops where you walk in and they have all the pictures of people that had stolen from there. Like if you have a regular camera help you with that, you upload that picture, and now when that person returns, it'll let you know, and you don't need to have this really sophisticated equipment. The sophistication, the technology is there, but we can use it for everyday uses, and that can facilitate our well, give us a peace of mind what we're doing. So lately, there's been a huge expand. I was reading that around 13 to 15% of CCTV business has been uprise, and 50% of them are asking for cloud-based services alongside with the CCTV infrastructure. So there's definitely a market to hit, and not a lot of competition in reality. It's just there's just a lot of room to touch with, right? Um, so another reason why it's cost effective, right? It's 30% cost reduction in overall expenses due to lower hardware needs, decreased maintenance, and scalable storage. I mean, scalable is the name of the game. You want to be able to start with 2 and you can end up with 20,000, right? And you don't need to change anything. So with our TDSS Cloud, that's what we want. We want to give you the ability to scale up, right? To not put limitations to your business, but to allow you to kind of free flow. So, in cost reduction, like I said, one camera can do 5 things. As long as it's positioned correctly, we can get you LPR facial recognition, hard hat detector, with one camera. So, that's kind of why, another reason why to kind of consider the cloud as an overall solution. And smart home integration, I have a bunch of smart switches at the house that if I pass through my living room, it turns on the plug there for the coffee pot, just in case I want to make coffee. If not, it stays off, right? So, a lot of it is just me kind of nerding out, but the fact that it can be done, and I'm sure there's a real life application that can be a solution to, so yeah, like I said, and especially in this realm, like, we have an example of of um a case of we helped this installer there. They had a client whose kids were in the spectrum, and at night they tend to kind of leave the room and step into the walking area, and then there's some stairs, and one of them at one point had an accident and fell over. So we created this AI around their beds, that the moment they stepped off the bed, it would turn on the night light that they have there on their room and close the deadbolt so that they can't get out of the room and then have that accident again. So, it was a simple solution. We used 2 webhooks to do that. Didn't take more than 2-3 minutes of actual trying to find a logic to it. And to this day, that's a system that the client's been using. And it's we have set up LPRs for one of our clients when they're entering for new sites, and all license plates are being saved to a Google Sheet that is being sent from our cloud. So straight into a Google Sheet that anyone in that work structure can access. So, simple solutions that, can automate your day and make it it allows you to do more without having to worry about the tedious and of course, cybersecurity. People, attacks are getting more sophisticated. I have a background in cybersecurity, and it feels like every day you have to learn something, and you can't like take a break. So a lot of our focus is to protecting the data, protecting the clients, and giving that peace of mind, right? So that's been our focus with our cloud structures, making this platform as stable, as efficient as possible, right? Following the calls of cybersecurity, the CIA, confidentiality, uh, integrity, and availability, right? So that's what we focus on. We want to make sure that we have that for our clients. These were some of the reasons why I believe that we should start looking into the cloud and structuring our CCTVs to do that, just to alleviate some of the missed events and so forth, and kind of have a well-rounded structure that can provide security and also, for most of us, more money. Yeah. Before I continue, does anyone have a question, kind of what I kind of talked about at this moment, or any kind of questions about how we can apply the cloud into certain scenarios, or what kind of solutions our clouds can provide to some of the questions your clients might have?
I'm good.
No questions over here.
Perfect. So it's really easy to get into the cloud. Actually, it's very easy. You scan this code. It will get you to a form where you can become an integrator, right? I'll leave this code here up for a little bit. You submit this, and then there, fill out that form. It's a Google form. And you fill this out. We can set you up with an integrator account. And you can start adding cameras. You can start doing, all that stuff. And as well, if you guys need a demo access, you guys can always let me know, or let your sales contact know. We can get you demo access if one of your clients is interested and wants, some information. You can go ahead and set that up, and let me know, and we can get you that demo access so that you can go ahead and showcase. Here in the beginning of next year, we're going to have for sure some our cameras showing all of our features there. So, you'll be able to tap in and check it out. But speaking of support, I'll go ahead and move. Hopefully, does anyone need the QR up there anymore? Cool. Yeah, it's also on our website. No, this is not on the website. No, this is not on the website. And this QR code is for tech support. It's a contact form. You scan that. That's how you can get a hold of us. You can call that number, send us an email to that email. And you do need a tech ID. You can find that at our website, tdsecuritysystems.com. You fill out a form, you create a tech ID, and we can provide you support over the phone that way. And as well, we can also via email, we can definitely assist you with anything like that. And we have the ability to do remote sessions, so give us a shout if you do run into anything like that. But is there any questions? Anything that I can talk about anymore?
Abner,
Yes.
do you happen to have the portal open to where you could show them just how easy it is to browse for information, and how you can actually just go to different places or look for different colors, and like the AI of things on the search of the cloud?
Yeah, I can pull it up here shortly. Give me a quick second.
Quickly before we finish the presentation, I think that this would be very interesting for everyone. I don't know if everybody can hear me, but this and as Abner said, the three platforms of the cloud are very complete. and they're very intuitive and easy to use, but they also have a lot to show, and we're going to be doing some videos on each one of them. But I think that it'd be a great idea just to see the overall video portal of the app doing what you would normally on a daily basis do, which is, hey, I want to see something that happened, and let me browse, or let me look for someone, or let me look for somebody. So go ahead, Abner, show us, please.
Yeah, so for the advanced querying system, once you have a camera here and you logged in, you can actually create a hot zone scan, and you can modify it, right? You need to modify it to what you need. And then it will start scanning there for anything in that area.
Activity.
So there you can.
Yeah,
you
so sorry about the delay. Here you go. So yeah, it'll scan everything there. You'll be able to kind of narrow down your searches, and you can do the same with people. This is not a people camera here, but you would be able to do the exact same thing for people. So yeah, this is what the ability to, run things on the cloud will get us, right? It would be to quickly search something. You find a clip, you click on it, and you can cut it straight from the here, and then we're good to go at that moment. Let's see here. See if we can find a people camera. Maybe this here at the office. Oh, so this is a fixture. Might as well show you this here real quick. We are able to as well dewarp fisheye here on our platform. So any fisheye that you have, you'd be able to dewarp here. Very easy to use platform. But as well, for example, we wanted to see, who's been eating all the popcorn. We can just go ahead and highlight there, and it'll start scanning. And if the culprit was somebody wearing a red shirt, there you go.
That's very fast, very clean.
Yeah, so it's a little bit slower right now because I'm streaming. I'm doing a bunch of stuff on the on a laptop, but if you weren't doing that, it would be almost instant. So yeah, so you'll be able to kind of do that quickly advanced querying, and then like I said, you click on the event. This is the person, the culprit, and then we'll just quickly cut, save, popcorn thief, and there we go. We quickly save the clip, and we're ready to go and ready to share. From this VMS, this new platform here.
And
any questions?
You open up the list of objects that you could search for, Abner, right there. So can you guys see? We can actually have all these different filters. So if you're looking for, if you have this camera in, I don't know, the edge of a lake, then you could look for boats. You could look for, so you're not going to have to go through the traditional motion detection and go through hours and hours of searching just to find something. You could really narrow it down to object and color, and that will, and it'll, as you see, it'll give you all the little snapshots of what the AI will find, and then you just choose on it. You see the video, oh, this is it, and then you cut it and start sharing it. Now, one other thing that I'd like to mention is, if let's say we know this is a service, so the cloud will be a service, and as long as you pay for this service, it doesn't matter if you choose to do let's say a 15-day, 7-day, or 30-day, or 48 months, whatever it is that you want to choose. As long as you keep on having the service, paying the service, the video clips that you save in our server are still going to be there. So if you've had this service for 4 years and you're only doing 7 days for recording, or AI, or again, whatever other service, that video clip that you save in 2021, it's going to be there. Okay, so you can always go back and use that if you need to. Okay, so that's great thing, because another thing with traditional recorders too is that you gotta hurry up and save the clip, otherwise it'll be erased, and then what happens sometimes is that you go and save it, you put it on a thumb drive, and then after a month and you don't find the thumb drive, where we don't know where it is, and so the vulnerability or for the recorder or the recording saved is there. It could be lost. So here everything stays in the cloud, and you could access it whenever you need to. With that, I think this is a wrap. And again, Abner, thank you very much. Great job. And I'll let you to say goodbye. And I guess we'll see you guys soon. And if we don't see each other before Christmas, Merry Christmas to y'all. Okay. And Happy New Year.